Recently, we have experienced a number of incidents at ArcelorMittal USA that could have been easily avoided if employees had correctly recognized the hazards and implemented our hazard identification, risk assessment, and control, or Hirac process. This video will help you to understand the importance of performing a Hirac-lite to help ensure we all work safely together. The Hirac-lite process is designed with your safety in mind.
Hirac-lite card is meant to generate a pre-task or change of condition, a checklist we can go by. It also takes into consideration jobs we may be lacking some type of procedures or jobs we've never done before.
Filling out a Hirac-lite requires us to work together at the job site before beginning a task to identify potential hazards and implement controls to do the job safely, no matter how large, small, simple, or complicated it may seem.
We need to go out to the job site as a group and fill this out as a group. Identify the hazards today that are in front of us before we do this task.
It's critical that you use the Hirac-lite process. For some jobs, potential danger and hazards are obvious, but should be avoidable. Using the Hirac-lite form as a guide, you can properly assess that risk.
Okay, the task we're going to do today is we're going to be going to an ion tank to clean it. It is a confined space, and it is one of the most hazardous jobs we do out here. So let's go through a Hirac-lite, make sure we capture all our hazards, okay? There is a written job procedure, and we do have a lockout. Has everybody reviewed the job procedure?
Yes.
Okay.
Identify all possible hazards.
We know we have a confined space with some of the other hazards we have here.
Gas hazard.
Anything else?
We have to lock out, tag out, and verify.
Okay. As we move down the card, it starts asking us, do we need special tools to perform this job? We need to go get something else. Do we have the correct tools for the job?
Yes.
Do we need additional PPE?
Fall protection may be required.
Okay, do we have that with us today? Or do we need to go get that? We get down to the bottom of the page, we start getting into permits. A yes or no. At that point, if we mark a yes, we need to stop what we're doing and obtain them permits before we start the job. We definitely need a confined space permit. We got that. We flip over the card, and we'll start going through a series of questions on the back. There again, we are marking them yes or no. Our reds are hazards that we identified as we went through this checklist. So let's say we have 3 hazards on the back. At this point, we'll list our hazards down below. Working in a confined space, are we properly trained?
I'm not trained.
You're not trained?
No.
I am.
I am.
Okay. We'll mark that. Do we need gas meters where we'll be working?
Yes.
Yes. All right, I think we got our hazards.
Put the necessary controls in place to ensure safe completion of the task.
First one's a confined space. So our control is going to be the permit. We do have a permit here, so we have our control for that one. Next hazard I have is gas hazard. So the attendant will have a monitor.
I'll have a meter when I go in.
You'll be wearing a meter. So we've controlled our gas hazard. The next hazard I seen was training. Eddie, you mentioned earlier that you weren't trained in a confined space. You're going to stay outside the confined space today. So we controlled that hazard also. And our last hazard is a rescue. And the rescue plan states we're going to be wearing harnesses and using a retrieval line. So when you guys go in there, we'll be hooking you up, okay? As we fill out this card, we may identify hazards on the front that are not captured on the back, so we need to carry them over to the back. If I have 5 hazards here, then I need to have a control for each one of them hazards. When I get done filling this card out, or we fill this card out, we'll have 5 controls in place also.
Many jobs or tasks may seem very simple, quick, and harmless, but when you approach those situations with the Hirac-lite process in mind, you'll see that there is risk in those tasks too. By properly using the Hirac-lite process, you can identify those hazards and put proper controls in place to prevent yourself or anyone else from getting hurt.
Our first question is, can we be caught in or between anything? Do we have any pinch points possibly?
It may be an issue moving it down this stairwell. I did see a dolly out in the hall. Let me go check.
Okay. Are all energy sources controlled and verified?
Yeah, we should unplug the cooler.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can something fall or strike me or someone else?
Now we got the tank on the top, the 5-gallon. Should take that off.
Yeah.
We got something to strap that with, Don, on the dolly?
Yes, yeah, I got a bungee here.
Got a great.
Once we get the dolly, it'll make it a lot easier. We'll remove this so we don't have any other pinch points. Can we slip or trip on anything?
Yeah, maybe we should move that runner rug that's over there. Get that picked up.
Can't get that taken care of.
No matter the task, it's critical to remember that the situation can always change. Unexpected circumstances may be found, or new information may mean changing your plan.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
We're actually going to move this water cooler downstairs to the conference room. They need another one. This one's not being used up here.
You know there's an elevator down the hall. Can we use that?
Seriously.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for the
Yeah.
heads up.
Have a good day.
Appreciate you too.
A change in condition may result in new hazards, or change in current controls that need to be accounted for.
As we start the job and we're in the middle of the job, somewhere in the course of that task, conditions change. We need to stop the job at that time. We need to go back and fill out a new card and capture them new hazards we just recognized and put controls in for each one of them new hazards.
Therefore, whenever something changes or something unexpected arises as you are completing a task, you must stop what you're doing immediately and go through the Hirac-lite process again, either by reviewing the previous hazards and controls or by filling out a new Hirac-lite card.
Well, that worked out pretty good, guys. We saw Anita today and told us that the elevator was up there, so it made things a lot simpler. And we actually eliminated 2 hazards by taking a different method. So can something fall or strike me or someone else? It's controlled by going down the elevator. And then can we strain overexert ourselves? We're not going down the stairs.
Right.
And we don't have to worry about, that.
This ensures you're accounting for any new hazards and have the proper controls in place.
Is there any other issues that you think we should talk about?
You know what? I think it might be a good idea if we secure the area when you guys come out of the elevator, have somebody there.
Okay, why don't you take the stairs and we'll meet you at the opening of the elevator so nobody comes up to it while we bring this down, and we'll get the elevator and you can secure it downstairs.
Sounds good.
All right, Joe, thanks.
The Hirac-lite process is designed to keep you and your coworkers safe. But remember that these techniques are also valuable outside of the workplace. Carry these lessons with you in everything you do. Assess the potential hazards of the tasks you perform around your own home, and plan safe ways to address those dangers. Whether at home or here at ArcelorMittal USA, it's tempting to rush a task and easy to overestimate your understanding of a situation and potential hazards. So before starting a job, stop, think, and act safely. Remember the Hirac-lite process and have a safe and successful workday.